Happy birthday, December 1st, Sagittarius babies. How are you? This is Meaningful Intuitive Guided Tarot here, ready to give you your 3-part birthday bonus video, which is one of the ways that I'm honoring and celebrating your birthday for today. As I started doing from October, this was a feature reading that I considered doing, and so going forward, this is what I will be doing, is celebrating those whose birthdays falls on the first of a month. And so I did it with October 1st babies, November 1st babies, and now it's your turn, December 1st Sagittarius babies. I hope your day has been going well, and I hope you are being positive, feeling beautiful, that everything is going well so far, and that your day has really been feeling special for you. So in addition to giving you this bonus reading, as you saw in my other video that I uploaded, I am also honoring you with a slice of cheesecake, because unfortunately I was looking for a cupcake and didn't quite see any. So I said, okay, then let me just get a slice of cheesecake and just use this to honor you guys. So as you can see, it kind of melted down, but we have the pink here celebrating my feminine energies out there, and then we have the blue one celebrating my masculine energies out there. So for those that come across this video, as you already know, that you are not the only ones outside of YouTube. There are so many other people that have birthdays going on for today, and however you celebrate it is truly your day. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that and just do something a little extra special for today. All right, everyone, so with all that being said, let me actually give you a sound off, because you are bringing in another new month, and it's a month away from entering into another new year. But anyway, all right, guys, so that is your sound off. So with all that being said, let us jump right into your reading. As I stated, that this reading will be broken up into 3 parts. We're going to hit first into your personal and spiritual growth reading, see what energies have came up for you. As well, we will move on then to the love area, the love relationship reading, to see what is going on in that arena, and then we will wind out or close out with your money, job, career, finance reading, which I believe everyone usually is excited about, wanting to get a little idea of what's going to be going on in that area. All right, so as I said, we're going to start with your personal spiritual growth development. So as usual, I meditated, I pre-shuffled, I drew cards, and so the cards that I drew for your personal spiritual growth, we will talk about them momentarily. But first, I just want to give you a heads up or an idea as to what was the overall energy message that I did get for you guys in this area. So the overall message was having to put a pause on finding yourself and what it is you are passionate about for oneself. Okay, you have raised your vibration of your higher self while transforming into a better version of yourself and growing spiritually to give yourself permission to truly be happy. So overall, as we will see, because the card that reflects your overall energy was the 10 of water, which equals to your regular tarot, also known as the 10 of cups. And so basically, this energy here just represents great happiness and emotional fulfillment in your life. That you may not be where you want to be just yet, but the rewards are priceless, and it's building momentum if you're not quite there. So with that being said, again, your overall main card that came out for you guys that kind of jump-starting your personal and spiritual reading was the 10 of water. And just as I said, it's all about emotional fulfillment. So as I drew the cards following that energy, also I just want to say that after that, I did look at your bottom deck, and underneath you have release. Okay, and we're going to see what this means, because your first card that came out in the first position is the death and rebirth card. Okay, death and rebirth. So basically, you guys have either you have or you about to go into a transformation. You are going through a metamorphosis. For some of you, now just know again, I just want to reiterate this, that although this is a targeted 3-part reading, which means that it's still a general for the collective of the December 1st Sagittarius. But the difference is in relations to my general reading that I give you for the weekly, it's just that it's basically whatever comes out. This reading is targeted to kind of tap into specific areas. So that would be the personal, that would be your love, and then money, career. But even though it's been divided and it's been targeted, it still is a general, so it may not resonate with all of you. You may find that this part resonates with you more so. And then if you don't, you may find that once we go over to the love and reading, that may resonate with you. And then if that doesn't, then maybe hopefully the job, career, finance reading will resonate with you. So all may resonate, 2 may resonate, or 1 may resonate. And I have to be open to understand that maybe none of it may resonate. And it's okay. It's just not your story. But I feel that there will be a message and that this energy will resonate with someone. Okay? So as I was saying, that you start off with this major arcana of the death and rebirth. And so to me, when it comes to going back to the bottom energy that came out from your first card, release, anytime you are ready to release or you did release something, that means in fact that you are going through a change, because the death card, it's not, of course, a physical death, right? But it's a spiritual type of an awakening. So you are transforming from out of a state of unknowing or a state of fog, a state where maybe things was at a pause because you had to kind of figure out what it was that you are trying to do. You're figuring out. And I always say that once you kind of figure out what it is you personally want, it will kind of catapult you into understanding thereafter what your spiritual quest is, what your spiritual journey, your path is moving forward. So again, when you're releasing, that means in fact you have begun this spiritual transformation, a transformation that started and is starting within yourself. Okay, so that's what this death card is. And I am actually going to go down because I have 2 columns. So instead of me going across, I'm going to shift down, because under the death and rebirth card, this makes sense because you have the hangman. Okay, the hangman is another major arcana. In fact, through your whole reading, you guys got a lot of major arcana cards that came out, which means that the intensity, the impact of the changes that you are making or the things that is going to be coming up for you in one of these areas or all these areas is very strong. Okay, so the chances of things shifting and kind of moving ahead for the positive, because it's not for the negative, it's for the positive, that means it's very high. Okay, so now the hangman that was under the death card shows again that this was a past energy. Maybe you might be in this energy now, but I feel that this was in the past. But again, like I said, be open to it. Whatever applies to you individually. If you are right now currently in this energy of the hangman, it's okay, because then you are going to begin your transformation. Everyone has transformations at their own time. Not everybody transforms and change at the same time. You have to go at the pace, or when you feel that you are ready to change and to move on to other things and to come out of this kind of stuck energy, or just when you hang, that means that you're in a pause. You are pausing to get clarity. Maybe you haven't been clear about something. Maybe you are confused. Maybe you just needed that time to kind of really think things over, to see really what is best for you on a personal level, or what is best for you on a spiritual level. You know, maybe you have been having a lot of hearing a lot of voices, or voices that's been coming to in your head in terms of telling you which way you should go, what you should do. And ultimately, some people may be, they may have the best interest, but then there are some that don't have your best interest. So at the end of the day, the person that knows best of himself, herself, oneself, as they transform into becoming a better version of yourself is who? It's Y-O-U. It's you. So regardless of what you hear or other, people talking in your ear, just say thank you, but ultimately I have to make this decision. And you go ahead and you make the decision. Okay, do that make sense? So this is what we got coming in from those two energies. Now we are going to shift over and see how the next cards correlate with your overall energy with the 10 of water or the 10 of cups. So we did get over in your second position from the top, we got the 3 of Pentacles. So 3 of Pentacles shows to me that you guys have been putting in the work, or you have started this transition. Now, the 3 of Pentacles generally can mean collaborating with other people. Okay, so maybe you have collaborated, or maybe you have spoken to other people, but it's the people that is of like mind with you, if that makes sense. So like attracts like, and so people that have the same kind of goal and the same kind of aim, maybe that you have been in talks with, you realize that y'all have something in common, and so you've been working together. It's almost like support. So you're getting support from those that truly can understand where you're going, where you want to be, because they themselves is going through the same type of transition. And so basically you have attracted a support network for yourself between you and these other people. Okay, and now moving down to the bottom, we have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords again shows me that you guys have been kind of you was at a place where you were feeling disappointed. You was feeling lost. You was feeling out of sorts. You was kind of feeling unbalanced about your life. And you was maybe up having sleepless nights, taking on this burden, just really thinking things through. Well, I feel that you guys are not in this energy anymore, that you actually have overcome this. And now you are sleeping better. Why? Because of the transformation, that rebirth energy that you are now turning into or transforming into. So what was at first keeping you up at night because of whatever it was, not being clear on what it was, maybe being confused, just not really knowing, now after you have taken some time to reflect, going back to the Hangman, after finding out what it is and how you want to proceed ahead without nobody or any outside influences, now you are ready to basically flip back up in the upright position. And as you do that, there's a light bulb. There's like a bright, sunny type of energy that is above your head, because now you see it. Things are more clear now. You're no longer in a fog. Do that make sense? So you actually are going through the opposite of this energy. So no more sleepless nights, no more concern, no more anxiety. So congratulate you guys. For some of you that have actually started this transformation and you are thinking positive and you're becoming more sure of where you want to go and how you want to proceed ahead. Okay, and so moving over to your last row, we do have the Strength energy, another major Arcana card. So the Strength is about not only strength, but it's about you having persevered the time that you needed to take to figure it all out for the personal, that will help you see the clearer way in terms of your spiritual growth. And it also shows bravery, because sometimes when we have a lot of people that is in our head, in our ear, it makes it even more tricky. It makes it a little bit more challenging to kind of pull away and just say no. You know, sometimes we feel pressured when we have too many people around us. That's why it's always good when we are dealing with our own personal challenges. It's always good, for the most part, to kind of just go into a solitude place and to find our own way, to find our answers, because in silence, without people, that is where we generally get answers. So meditation, not sometimes, because it's all the time, because I as well have a meditation channel, and that's the one thing I always talk about: self-love, but also creating that happy space, or going into that happy space, finding that quiet moment, because when things is not clear, you can get confused. But it also helps center your mind, body, and soul. All those play a role in terms of finding ourselves and being able to tune into the source that really matters, and that is our source, if that makes sense. Okay, so this shows me that you guys definitely are strong. Give me a second. So this shows me that you guys have been strong, and you are continuing to hold on and to really walk your own path. So again, I congratulate you. I'm very happy for you guys. And then after, or right under that energy of the Strength card, what came out was the Emperor. The Emperor is an energy. This could be masculine or feminine. So even though it's showing here a masculine energy, this can very well be a feminine energy. There's no particular gender, unless there's a reading or a particular aspect where one energy is a little bit stronger, then, you know, we readers can probably tap more into it. But generally, there's no specific gender. So the Emperor can represent a masculine or a feminine energy, and basically it just stands for having clarity, gaining back your power, and being able to stand up for what you know is right for yourself. Being brave to say no, and standing up for your way, your path, your destiny. Okay? And again, not having outside influences or voices to tell you. So the Emperor is a very upright, very sturdy, very powerful, very strong type of energy. So with that showing up, again, another major arcana. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got, 4 major arcanas that came out. So again, the more arcana cards that you get, that just really shows the intensity and shows that you guys have really been giving it your best to change and transform, as well as change the narrative of your story to what you see is right for yourself as you become a better version of yourself. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. That in that part of your tarot reading. But as we close out, we did pick out a card from the Soul's Journey deck. And the Soul's Journey deck is about envy. And it says here, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So again, maybe for some of you, you might have been concerned about, again, what other people is doing, what they're saying you should do. Or this could be other people, perhaps. It could go both ways, but this is more about you having to be not focused on what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because again, it's almost like you are looking at other people's dreams, goals, and what have you. But ultimately, what matters and who should matter is the journey and the decisions that you make for oneself. And know that at the end of the day, we all have challenges. We all have problems, right? I'm going to actually go into the book to give you guys a little bit more meaning behind envy and how this kind of plays into your reading, okay? So it says, the main message here is you must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen for you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what's best for you. So this all centers around you, my Sagittarius. It says to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. Be authentic to your inner voice, not other people's voices, your voice. because only you know what is in your best interest. And that's what I mentioned a little while ago, that the only person at the end of the day that knows what's best for him or her is you. All right? And then we close out with your final message card of the day coming from the Sacred Traveler deck is passion and pleasure. And it says, savor your life. So that kind of takes me right back to your overall energy card of the 10 of Cups. When you savor your life, that means you are enjoying every moment of it. So it starts right when you took that transformation, or I should say when you started that transformation. You begin to really savor and to really enjoy every moment of your life. And by doing that, it's really attracting and bringing more love and more harmonious relationships, not only with yourself, because that's first and foremost is with yourself, but also with your family, with your friends. You know, when we take that moment to really understand who we are and what's our purpose, it kind of sets the tone for good things to just open up in every way possible. Things that we didn't expect. But why does it have to take a transformation for us to really understand it and see it? Because it's meant to. Things are meant to happen when it's meant to happen. We can't never force it. We can't always question why things happen. But what is necessary is for us to trust the process, to trust the universe hands and helping us to decide and to kind of guide us into that journey. All right? And let me see if I actually wanted to read something from there. If there's anything in particular. Okay, so we're going to close out with this. Passion and pleasure. It says, find joy in the moment. No matter what is occurring in your life, if you simply focus on what is splendid, wonderful, and pleasurable in the moment, everything impresses. Going right back to that 10 of Cups, the 10 of Water. The 10 of Cups is that type of energy. Everything that is mentioning here, that goes right back to the 10 of Water, because the 10 of Cups, we said earlier, is about what? Happiness, fulfillment, but also rallying, revering, savoring the moments of your life, okay? It says, live deliciously, love often, and live fully. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with the people, experience, and places that give you delight and joy. Let go of those people and things that don't appreciate or empower you. Give yourself permission to be happy. And so that's exactly what you guys are doing, because again, at the bottom of that deck, releasing, not only are you releasing any type of things that wasn't clear to yourself, but you're also releasing anyone around you. Going back to those voices in your head, particularly the ones that didn't really mean well, okay? Because you have two sets of people in your life. You'll come across people that mean well and have the best, and then on this side you have those that are the opposite. They don't mean well. Maybe there's something that they're jealous or envious of you, whatever it may be. Even if you find that your life is not where you want it to be, people still have a way to be jealous and envious of you. So take it as you see it. So, but as you're releasing, you're also releasing friends, people, family if need be, of those that may have been trying to give you some type of direction or some type of advice, but you just knew in your heart of hearts that that's not really where I want to go. That's not what I want to do. I feel something stronger. So again, follow your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, it's not right. But when you are strongly feeling something more favorable than something else, that's the way you should go. All right, so guys, this ends your first part reading for the personal and spiritual growth. I really hope that it was beneficial. I hope that it resonated with some of you, because I know it's not going to resonate for all of you, but it will resonate with somebody. Okay, now we're going to shift over to the second part of your reading, to the love and relationship. Okay, and so the overall energy message that I got here was basically something very simple. Release, speaking about releasing. So it's almost like you're taking that energy over to your love, which actually you are doing that. And we're going to get into the cards. It says release to get back your power for true love. Okay, so now we're going to see what this is all about. So the cards that came out for you, the first card that came out that was in your first position, guys, was the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups here, and again, we're going to go down as opposed to going across, because each column I also clarified, and so it clarifies the columns. So you have 3 columns here. So the first card that came out is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups here is an energy that is slow, stagnant. It might be steady, but it may not be. It could be an energy that starts out, slows down, it might take a pause altogether, and then pick back up. So now how does this translate to, for those of you that are in relationships, okay? And personally, I really think that this is for those that are dating. I didn't pick up anything serious, so it's not per se for those of you that are married. This reading and energy of the cards is really for those that are dating or not in serious relationships, okay? So for those that are in relationships, this may not resonate with you, and maybe that just means that your relationships is okay, is at a decent type of vibration. But for those of you that are dating and have been back and forth, this is an energy where as well you are kind of getting tired, you are fed up. And when we spoke about releasing, this energy crosses over to your love reading, because what I get as well with this Knight of Pentacles, with this Knight of Cups, so keep that in mind, the Knight of Cups, underneath to clarify what that was about, we have here, girl with a snake. Now when you think about a snake, what comes to your mind? It's an animal. Well, I don't know, is a snake an animal? I'm not sure. But a snake is something that is cunning, right? It's sneaky. It's like a charmer, right? But it can also be deceptive, right? It's not per se anything, maybe for the good part, when you're looking at the positive aspect of a snake, as well, a snake sheds his skin and he transforms to grow the other part of his body, right? So in that sense, sometimes snakes in a positive light can be and represent as well transformations, okay? And they can also be good luck. But in this scenario, this snake is not the positive. This snake is the negative. So before I get any further, I do want to say as well that as I went through the rest of the cards, overall I feel that this message is pertaining more to my masculine energies. Now, even though I mentioned before that, you know, there is no specific gender, but it depends on if as a reader and intuitive reader, if you feel one energy a little bit more intense or stronger, then I would have to speak upon it. So in this reading for the love, I sense that the masculine energy in particular is dealing with a feminine energy. And so when speaking about the girl with the snake, this is someone in your life currently that it could be someone that you dealt with in the past, but I'm getting that you are dealing with someone right now that is up to no good. Because as well, it speaks about being charmed or used, enabling, and boundaries. So I feel that some of you masculine, my masculine energies, I'm talking to you at this moment. If you have a feminine energy, if you are dealing with someone that you know it's not for you, you feel that she's using you for wherever it is, for money, maybe for the intimate part, sex, whatever it is, if you are correlating and resonating with this, you would know how this applies to you. But I feel that whoever this person is, they are not for you at this time. Okay, basically at no time. And so it takes me back to the Knight of Pentacles, where this is a relationship that that's not serious and haven't been serious, but this is a relationship where perhaps this person, you may have had history with them. So it's almost like going back and forth. Remember when speaking about the Knight of Pentacles, I was talking about an energy that it moves, but moves slow. It could take a pause. It could start back up. So I feel that this is a relationship for some of your masculine that maybe you are dealing with somebody that you used to speak with or had some type of dealings with, but things didn't get serious. And you took a pause, y'all broke up. And then maybe the person came back in. But the person didn't change. They only gave you the illusion or the impression that they have changed and that, you know, they are for you. In actuality, they are not. Okay? They are not for you. Because when a snake comes up in this type of negative energy, to me, it says that this person is no good. They are using you. And that it's time to release them, to let them go. Because why? Because there is something better for you. Okay, and the reason that I say that is because under this card, to clarify this, we went to the angel deck, and which is the romance angel deck, and the message there is, and I couldn't believe it when I pull out this card. It says, release your ex. It says the time has come to clear your energy. So this person that you are with at this time, they vibe, for one thing, they are vibing on low energy. And so if they're vibing on low energy and you are ready for something a little bit more stable, something more serious, then they're only there to trap you. They are there to keep your energy, to bring it down to their low vibrational energy. You are at a place now with that transformation that you just went through. You are at an all-time high energy. So you are trying to what? You're trying to vibrate high, but to maintain that vibration. So low and high is what? It's not a catalyst for balance, right? So it says, the angel's advice says to release your ex. Now, at the end of the day, as I always say, you make the final decisions and choices that you think is best for you. I'm just here as a vessel to just give you what I see and what could be the projected outcome of the result of the readings here. But at the end, we all have free will and there's universal law. So with that being said, then you would have to figure out if you are ready. Maybe some of you might want to give it another go. But as a heads up, whoever this feminine energy is, they are not really there for you as you may think they are. You know, there's also that saying, which I'm sure many of you have heard, that a leopard, I think it's a leopard, I don't think it's a zebra, but a leopard doesn't change its stripes, right? So kind of take that and let that kind of give you some idea as to the person that you might be dealing that should be released. Because I don't think that you will want to keep someone hanging around that is of no, who's using you, because then that brings down also your self-worth. And you are better than that, my masculine energies. You are better than that. Now, I do want to say to my feminine energies that maybe some of you might just reverse it, where perhaps this is you dealing with too masculine or a masculine energy in your life that you have been dealing with and it hasn't really gone anywhere. And so maybe this is this masculine energy that you need to release. So take it how it fits for you. It's only just that I picked up more of the stronger energy from the masculine, and so I just wanted to put that out there. But again, the roles can be flipped. All right, so just keep that in mind. Now, moving on to our second row, the next card that came up is the Strength card. So I feel that some of you actually have been, when it comes to just love itself, in terms of, like I said, being hurt or not really, you are deciding that you're still holding on. You're still holding on. You're not giving up on love. Because some people, for some, once they have been hurt once, hurt twice, third time, they are done. They have given up on love. But the Strength card to me shows me that you guys are not giving up. You're holding on to the idea and concept that I will find my true love. And I will find somebody who's going to do right by me. Be it, male or female, right? And how I know that is because underneath this Strength card, because you have been so resilient, to keep hope alive, so to speak, to keep that energy, that feeling of knowing that I'm going to attract my love. Guess what came out to clarify this? You got the love card. And the love card says here, unconditional love, self-love, openness, passion, affection, and attraction. So you are going to attract this love. Never chase love, because when you chase love, generally it's not right. It's going to be something there that is going to not be quite what you thought it was. So it's always good to kind of just wait and let the universe kind of come into this area to bring you and present you, offer you with a love. Once you are open to it, you got to be open to it, right? You can't hold back, you can't be resistant. So as long as you're open to it and the universe sees it, it's going to bring you that love, okay? But it's going to be a love that is going to be unconditional. It's going to be balanced. It's not going to be tilted where you are high and this person is low. It's going to measure out. It doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, but it's going to be more closer to your vibration, if that makes sense. Okay? And so, like I said, this love will be substantial. It will be solid. It will be based upon really true love. Because then after that, to clarify that love card, you guys got true love. True love. I love it when the cards synchronize so well. My spirit team is great. I really, really have to give them a shout out and praise, because when I meditate, I ask specific questions and I get the direct answers. Okay? So true love came out and it says this is the romance of a lifetime. So once you are open to it and you let the universe just leave it to them to just handle it. They already know that you are waiting for, once you release that X, they know, okay, this person is open to love again. So they like that you just didn't give up. They are going to bring you that true love for you that will give you what it is that maybe you didn't quite see or have fulfilling from that other person. Okay? And now we move over to your last row, the third row, and on the top we got the King. So the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, now remember, you got the Knight of Cups that you started off. So that means that you are elevating. That means that you are ready for something solid. Because the King of Cups is someone that is serious, powerful, but he knows what he wants. And the king, if he doesn't have his queen yet, that means he is waiting on his queen to come. Okay? So you're waiting for your queen to come, and your queen is going to come. Just have a little patience, okay? Maybe this queen have already appeared to you. Maybe this is something that has transpired and you have met your queen. But for some of you that have not, your queen is coming. And it's going to come when you least expect it. Sometimes when we don't think about things. So in other words, it's like, don't think too much on it. Don't give too much thought about it. Just continuing, becoming that better version of yourself and knowing your self-worth, because then the universe is going to help bring you that queen that's going to appreciate you in the worth that you put into yourself, if that makes sense. And so lightning came right under it. Lightning is an energy that is sudden. It's unexpected, right? But it also says a surprise, shocking news, a change. So there's going to be some type of change suddenly. But again, when I channel the energy, it basically, to me, it just means that your queen is coming when you least expect it. When you least expect it, which means then you have to allow the universe to help bring you, to attract this energy towards you. Okay? So it's not something that you should go after and chase, because like I said before, chasing something, it's not the best way to get what you want in any area of your life. Don't chase it. You know, it's one thing when you work hard for something. It's one thing when you improve yourself. But all of that still equals to attracting we have the law. We have the law of attraction, right? The law of attraction is attracting the things that we want in our life. So we can pray about it. We meditate on it. We maybe even can, at times kind of just think about what it would be like when my ideal, I don't like to say soulmate, but for some of you, you can relate to it more like a soulmate, but you can just kind of say to yourself, I can't wait for the time when my ideal mate comes toward me. I would feel, so good. I would feel fulfilled. I would feel like, yes, this is here. True love has arrived. Okay? But never have it where it's like, when is it going to happen? Why it haven't come yet? That type of energy shows impatience. And when we are asking our spirit guides, whoever your belief system is when you pray, then you are surrendering that part. They already know that you are open to it. So don't be concerned about the when and the why. Be concerned about how I can help the universe to work along with me to attract it. Okay? And right under that, to clarify the lightning energy, guess what we have? We have forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, okay, because as you move away from the past, once you've decided that it's best for you to release and let go of someone that you might be, have been dealing with on a romantic, intimate level, once you heal, once you release it, you're beginning to heal from that, right? And it says you experience more love in your present moments. So this pretty much goes right back to the energy of the King of Cups. Once you let go and have made the decision to let go of that energy because you know that it wasn't right for you, the universe is going to work with you and help you in terms of the healing process of mentally and emotionally, because you have to call it cups here. The cups energy is about emotions. So we know that sometimes in life when we have people in our lives, sometimes we're not quite ready, or maybe we just don't want to be ready to let them go. But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, do they really make you happy? Or, are you at a point where you want to take things higher or, kind of get into something a little bit more substantial, and maybe they're just all about playing games, then you know that that's not for you. You know what I mean? So that is pretty much what I got in terms of your love and your relationship. I apologize if, like I said, this reading kind of made me feel like it was really talking more about the masculine. But again, as an intuitive and when I channel, I have to really speak upon what I feel and sense. Otherwise, to me, that kind of takes me out of being genuine. So I have to be genuine with what I sense more stronger. Okay? But again, like I said at the end, reverse the roles. If you feel that you are actually experiencing this, don't feel like, well, she said the masculine was experiencing, but I'm actually experiencing it if this is the feminine. No, it can be applied to both. It's just that I picked up that energy from the masculine that I think is dealing more with this issue. Okay? So guys, that is it with your love. So we got 2 down. And now the last part of your reading is your money, your job, career, money, and finance. So this is your last part of your reading. Let me just move these 2 out the way while we bring in the reading, the cards for your last reading. Okay, so as I said, this is your last part of your reading. And so this is now going to tap into your job, career, money, finance, okay? And I know that for some of you, this is the part that maybe you definitely want to really know about. So the overall energy that I got from this is, know that when one door of opportunity closes, it allows for another door to open. And most times, it opens up in a very big, better way, okay? And so what was lost or rejected was meant to be past. Have faith and trust that Let me repeat that again. Have faith and trust that there are loads of opportunities to be had if you just believe the possibilities are unlimited. Okay, so that was the overall message that I got coming in for your job and career, money, finance. And so let's get right into your, oh guys, oh no, wow, sorry guys. Oh, you know what happened? I'm so sorry. Guess what happened? Guess what this clumsy person did? Give me a second, because I'm going to feel weird. My foot hit the cake. 1 second. I got to go get tissue. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry for that. My foot dug into the cake, and it's cheesecake, which means that it was sticking and it just felt very icky. So I had to go and get tissue to take it off. So I apologize for the interruption. I'm sorry. So anyway, getting back to your job and career, that was the message. So the first card that came out for this reading was a major arcana card of the Hermit. This is a major arcana card, and the Hermit energy is an energy that is reflective. Okay, it's a reflective kind of energy, but it's also an energy where, to me, in this reading, it's like you're reflecting and maybe asking yourself questions like, what happened? Where did things go wrong? I thought that, I put so much work, I put so much effort into this job, and yet I still didn't get the results that I was looking for. Okay, so to me, this is what the Hermit energy is talking about. And the reason I feel that way is because right underneath, you guys got, 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I just noticed some crumbs. I really got to wash my hands after this. Okay, so the energy that came under the Hermit card was the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups here, if you see in this imagery, this is a person, could be man or female, masculine, feminine, that there's a disappointment here. You are not happy with what has happened. I feel that maybe some of you have lost an opportunity that you thought you was going to get, and it didn't quite work out. So it's almost like the opportunity or the job was given to someone else, okay? And I feel like a deja vu type of energy here, because somehow I feel, I don't know if it came under this bonus video or it came under one of my regular tarot readings, that this is an energy that I feel like I have spoke about before. But anyway, I feel that some of you are very depressed. Not very depressed, just disappointed. I think depressed is too strong. So it's not that serious. But for you, it's like, man, I thought this opportunity was going to be something that was going to be for me. It was something that you was really looking for with anticipation. It didn't really pan out. And this is why the overall message in the beginning, I said that when one opportunity door closes, it's a sign that generally something else is going to open. And usually when that other door opens up, it's going to be the best opportunity. And when you look back, you're going to see like, wow, what I thought I passed, or what was passed over me, I thought that was no. This here, this is the opportunity, right? Now let's move over to your other column. And we have another super major arcana, the world energy, the world card. To me, this is like the major arcanas of all the arcanas, because the world card is just what I said. It's the world is your oyster. it opens up so many avenues. It opens up so many opportunities. It just gives you, it just basically means once you are open to knowing that the possibilities are limitless, or they are bound many opportunities where you're not confining yourself or restricting yourself to just that limited opportunity, but to know that there are loads of other opportunities. It really changes the way in which you feel, because you know that deep down, once you are open to it, but once you trust and believe it, because you have to believe that this is possible. You got to believe that the world can be your oyster, okay? When you limit your ideas, when you limit yourself to thinking that things is not or can't, I'm trying to just get my thought together. When you limit your idea, you limit your mind, you're not going to get much from it. But when you kind of open up and broaden, then it's almost like you see the world in a whole different manner. I hope that was the best way I could explain it. But being more open-minded, being more broader, when you expand your mind to so many other things, then to me, that attracts more opportunities to you. All right. So this is what the World Energy card is. And then also it shows that how I know that things can turn out to be better than you could ever imagine. Right under the World card, you got the 10 of Cups. You can't get any better than this. This is a minor arcana card that's coming up, but this is one of the best minor arcana cards that you can get in the tarot deck, because it shows complete happiness in every area of your life. Okay, again, going back to that World card, it's like the possibilities is limitless. You know, anything is possible. But with the 10 of Cups energy, it just really shows you that whatever it is that this new door that's about to open for you, it's going to bring you complete happiness, and it's going to be something that you're going to truly love and be able to appreciate that what that other opportunity that passed you by, it wasn't for you. What's meant for you won't pass you by. And that's something I have to always tell myself. You know, when things come and go, because that's what life is. Life is going to come and go. But there's going to be something that's going to come, and it's not going to go away with you. It's going to be there for you. It's meant for you. Okay? So when you take that attitude in and realize that this is something that you can see that perhaps the universe have a line for you, then you would appreciate it and be grateful. Wow. You will be able to understand and be grateful more that that other opportunity left you by. Okay, and now we are going to move over to your other end, to the other side. You have here the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords here is an energy that, again, you are limiting yourself. You are in this illusion that there's nothing better. You're only confining yourself. You are restricting yourself from seeing things at a more bigger and open perspective. Because if you really zoom in, you can see that this imagery, that this person here has a blindfold around his eyes or her eyes. But the point is, you can't see because you're not open to it, because you're so, again, you're so in this energy of not knowing the possibilities, that there's more than one possibility out there. You think that it is, but it's just an illusion. Remember, going back to the World card, the world is a big place, right? So the bigger the world is, the opportunities is also there, right? So once you can untie or remove this eyefold, then you can see the world from a different perspective, but one that really, where you can find your 10 of Cups, your true happiness, right? Do that make sense? So being in this energy of the 8 of Swords, it's not a good energy, okay? Always know that once you believe in what it is that you have, or just taking that leap of faith to just say, you know something, I'm not sure, but you know what, I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm just going to go it anyway. And sometimes when you have that, you take off and you surprise yourself. But you would never know unless you try, okay? And then under that energy, we come to the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands can take on different meanings. Generally, it's about travel. It's about perhaps traveling somewhere overseas, somewhere far away, but it is a travel card. Or it could just be where you're waiting for your ships to come in. So in this situation, we're actually going to take both of those meanings, because I feel that somehow that this opportunity that's coming your way is going to have you traveling. Okay, I don't know exactly what you guys' occupation is, but I feel that whatever it is that you've been working on, maybe it's something that you looked at, perhaps working on from before, you put it to the side and you went to something else. I feel that whatever it was, you're going to have this opportunity that's going to kind of help you toward that dream of what it was that you wanted from before, if that makes sense. Okay, it may not be, but whatever this is, I feel that it is going to perhaps have you traveling. Maybe you like to travel. Maybe this is a good, because I also got up that whatever this opportunity is, it's going to be one that's going to have perks, a lot of perks, one of which where you would travel. And if you like to travel, then this would be the ideal job for you. Maybe that other opportunity that passed you by, it didn't include so many perks. Maybe it was just one thing. Maybe it was just, the amount of money that maybe it was presented for you. But which one would you rather have? A job that's going to, give you, a nice chunk of money, or would you rather have something that is kind of give you, like the best of both worlds, where you have the money, you get to travel, and whatever other perks that goes along with that opportunity, you're going to get the one that's going to give you more value than just that one thing, if that makes sense, right? So I feel like you might travel toward this opportunity, or that this opportunity might somehow come to you by a DM, by an email, by a phone call, coming in somewhere maybe far away from another country that's coming to you to present this offer to you. Okay, so that was one thing that I channeled. The other thing is perhaps you are waiting for your ships to come in, because that's what pretty much the World card is. It's opening another door of opportunity, so you're just waiting for something to come. As that one went away and passed you by, now it's like I'm waiting for something. Because maybe you feel it. You intuitively feel something is going to come my way. Even though you're not quite believing it, but at the same time, you are hanging on to a little hope that something better got to come. Because then, like I said, maybe you have the talent, you have the skills, whatever it may be, you would know how this would apply for you. But again, I feel that you could be waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the opportunity, or when this opportunity arrives, it will be coming from somewhere at a distance that they're, wanting to make you an offer. And it's going to be an offer that you won't resist or refuse. Okay? Now, that takes care of the tarot part of your reading. Now we're going to clarify, why do these energies come out for you as we wind down your reading? And so clarifying both the Hermit and the Five of Cups, we got courtship. Now this is not, because we are talking about job and career, this is not your physical, intimate courtship. You're not courting somebody. But in this deck, the meaning of courtship doesn't have to be personal. It can also be business. So this is what I'm saying, that some type of business opportunity is going to be presented to you, and you're going to be open to it. With a little patience, this can take place in 4 days. We have the number 4 here. So this 4 can represent maybe soon, sometime this week, in the next 4 days. It could be 4 weeks from now. Again, love and time is fluid. So it could be early, it can be after. You have to allow things to flow and ebb when the time is meant to. But this is just like an estimate. So for some of you, you might get this phone call or this offer in the next 4 days, and then maybe for some of you, it might be within the next month, which would be like the 4 weeks. Okay? But again, this talks about a business proposal of some kind that I see might be coming in from a distance. Okay? Now, moving on to clarify the World card under or above the Ten of Cups, you got the Lovers. Again, the Lovers is not a physical, personal, intimate relationship. The Lovers is just the energy that comes from this card, that this is your energy. Whatever this opportunity is, you're going to love it and you're going to be happy. It's going to fulfill you as the Ten of Cups represents. So these two go hand in hand. Okay? So you're going to really love it. You're going to be excited. You're going to be filled with so much emotions, because the Ten of Cups is also emotional fulfillment. Okay? So you're going to be so overwhelmed and so emotional. You might get teary-eyed and have a moment like, yes, thank you so much for this opportunity. I didn't see it coming. Going back to that Eight of Swords, I didn't see it coming. I knew something could come, but I didn't know exactly what it would be. So even though you was blinded, the universe had something else coming in for you. They were working on something else for you. All right? So that's what we got with that to clarify those energies. And now winding over to your last column to clarify the Three of Wands and that Eight of Swords, we got concern. So to me, concern was your past feeling of in the beginning, in the start. You know, as that opportunity passed you by, you became concerned about, now what? Now that the opportunity is not there, now what do I do? Well, what you do is you move on to the next plan. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. You don't concern yourself or become overburdened or unnecessary. And I know you can say that's cliche. That's very easy said than done, because I was looking for this opportunity. It happens to us all. It has happened to me. But this is where you have to trust, believe, and more importantly, sometimes we just have to surrender and say, you know something? I missed that chance. You know what? My spirit angels, I'm just going to trust the process, because I know you have something coming in for me. I just know it. So I'm just going to wait, be patient. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue to work upon this skill or this talent, whatever it takes, so that when that opportunity comes, I'm even more 10 times ready to take it on and to stand in my power and to claim it. All right? And so that ends your tarot part of the reading. And so to close out the final message, I always like to wind out in terms of getting the advice from your angels. So the archangel that have a message for you is a message coming in from the archangel Jophiel. It's about ego. And the main point here that I wanted to bring out basically kind of goes right back to the way you was feeling before. That is, ego is about a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused, negative or fear-based thoughts. So what's the card that you think kind of correlates with this message? That was the card we got about concern. It ties in right with this here. So the angels know, Jophiel know, that once that opportunity passed, that you became concerned, you became worried. Jophiel says no. It says it was just a false sense of entrapment, which goes back to the Eight of Swords. So all these three cards, they kind of have a similar message. But your angel says it was just an illusion. And that illusion was when you feel restricted, when you feel confined, when you feel or think limited in terms of what you can do and how you can present yourself overall in the world and to the world. Okay? So, again, don't get caught up in the illusion of what is not. Don't be concerned about it. Just continue to apply yourself so that when the time comes, you are much more ready than before. I hope that really makes sense. So this ends your third part reading, my Sagittarius. I hope that one of these parts resonated with you. If it do, I would like to know. Hit me a comment in the comment section box. Let me know if any of this resonated. And again, if it doesn't, it's okay, but I feel that it will with somebody, okay? As well, hit that like button to give me a like for bringing these type of bonus special birthday videos to my channel. And as well, what else? Like, subscribe, I appreciate your subscribing to this channel because as well it just helps with the algorithm, as it is known to do, to just help get my channel and these videos out there. And then last but not least, share with your friends and family, because who knows, their birthday might fall on the first of a month, and maybe they want some kind of insights into what lies ahead for them currently or in the projected next couple of days, week, or even maybe months ahead. But this is a weekly read. So again, time and love is fluid. So when it comes to all these areas, just know that while you have love and time being fluid, meaning that they can change, these are just current energies. And in terms of what could be projectedly coming up for you, again, you give or take a little, all right? But as well, at the end of the day, just know that you make the final choices and decision to change the narrative of your story, but hopefully for the positive. All right, Sagittarius, so I'm going to let you go. I hope this wasn't too long, but like I said, I hope you appreciated this reading and the messages that I had for you today in one of these areas of your life. And until the next solar return year, guys, I'm wishing all of you a very wonderful, a positive, and a very happy and fulfilling day. Take care. Peace, love, and light. Namaste. Bye. Losing my balance there. Didn't mean for you guys to see that. Bye.